Well, I've got a charging station set up. I've got my Anker solar charger. It's got 3 solar panels. And I've got 1 Canon battery charging. And I've got my Samsung S9 Plus. So we'll see how long it takes. I've never actually used this thing out in the field before. It was too cloudy when I was at Eastern Pines, but if I can use this instead of my Anker power pack, I'll be happy as a clam. I just had an epiphany. This hammock is a game changer. What a difference it makes. I mean, you just want to sit around camping, you don't have a hammock, what do? My Helinox travel chair. It's nice and light, but it ain't the most comfortable thing. I mean, it's functional, but it's not particularly comfortable. You can sit on a log, or you can lie down in your tent. Oh, this is so nice. I'm sure it'll get better also once I get the hang of it. I'm still trying to figure out what the best position is, how to get into it, but it seems that I set it up all right. You're supposed to have the 2 lines at a 30-degree angle. More of a 30-degree angle. I think you sag too much. Got me a new saw, the Boreal 21. Let's see how she works. Not in the water. Oh, so far so good. One thing I can tell you, this Boreal 21 sure makes easy work of it. That Falco little fold-in handsaw that I had it's good because it's portable, but to cut something like this would take a hell of a lot of time. This was quick. This is going to be cold, I think, but I got to do it. I was looking for somewhere to put a bear bag, and I see these two blazes. There's one there. You see one there, and you look up. See that branch up there? So I gotta try to get a piece of paracord around there. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yes! Yes, we did it. So this is just to get ready for later. I'd hate to be doing this, you know, at night time when it's dark. You may as well get everything set, because as you just saw, you never know how long this is going to take. Well, this is the first thing I've had to eat today. I left Ottawa at 5:30, and I got to the eastern, not the eastern gate, Sand Lake Gate at 7:30. I just added a little bit of soy sauce. To season the rice. This rice is a sort of half wild rice. I don't know what. It's got some brown or dark and white. It's hot. I probably cooked up slightly more than half a cup of rice. This will keep me going till dinner. Dinner is pork ribs. While I'm sitting here with a camera in front of me, maybe some of you said, what's with this bear bag thing? Why is he throwing up a stick up a tree? Now in Algonquin Park here in Ontario, it's mandated you have to hang your food up at night time, away from camp, up in the air, and away from the main trunk of the tree to stop bears. That's why it's called a bear bag. It's unlikely I'll see a bear here, but you never know. You know, bears have really good noses, but they smell food, so you take all your food before you go to bed, put it in your bag, hoist it up, and get it back in the morning. Better safe than sorry. And the thing is, bears probably wouldn't attack you, but if you were sleeping with food in your tent, the bear would come for your food. Scare the crap out of you, I would think. Maybe destroy your tent at the same time. Now typically, you have all your food in one bag. I got all my 3 days of food in the bag, which you'll see later when I go to hang it. The only thing I didn't have in the bag when I came out here was my alcohol. I've got a couple of small bottles of sake. I've got a platypus of it's a Bailey's. It's made in Ontario, but it's like a Bailey's Irish cream. It tastes really good too. I took a picture of the label, so I'll have to dig that up, and when I'm drinking I'll tell you what it is, because I like to push this company. It's Ontario. In fact, I almost like it more than Bailey's. Anyway, that and either some cinnamon whiskey or some Drambuie, I can't remember. I don't have too much, but so I had Was able to get all the food in the bag except for the libations. Oh, it's hot. I want to get a fire going fast in case it starts raining. I may have to start my dinner a little bit early. Because the ribs are going to take probably a while to cook. May not rain, but for a second there it sure looked like it was going to. Weather's very changeable, so better safe than sorry. So check out these ribs. My sister gave me some Montreal steak spices. I've never actually tried this before. Whether it should actually go on pork, who knows. I think I'll put a little bit of pepper on there too. Black ground pepper. And I'll just give it a bit of a rub. I don't know what's worth doing this side, but I will anyway. I'm gonna have to try some of Joe Robinette's Bamsun spice. I'm just not sure if you can only buy it online from his site or if any of the stores are selling it. Well, I'll just let those sit for a while. I figure another 10 or 15 minutes the coals will be ready to get the ribs going. And then I've got some water to boil. Maybe 300 milliliters, so just for some instant mashed potatoes. Cinnamon whiskey. I liked it for a while. I don't know, maybe I just drank too much of it. I need to change. But I've got it with me, so I have to drink it. This is a nice spot because the wind, it's on a point, the wind is blowing. There's absolutely no bugs at the moment. Well, at one point it looked like it was going to rain, so I lit the fire. Because I don't know how else I'd cook those ribs. So it looks like I'll be eating a little bit earlier than I would have expected, but such is life. Well, the ribs are on. Look at those. Look at those bad boys. Ooh, I don't get pork in Saudi Arabia. Oh, these are going to be good. Ooh, that's hot. So here's the view from where I'm sitting. 'Cause Nice with that little bit of breeze. Oh, those ribs, I'm sure they're going to be good. Every time you see me, I have less clothes on. Ooh. It's nice to be able to do this. It's nice to be not to be bothered by bugs. That water's pretty well done. This is just so peaceful. I was just thinking it would be nice to catch a little bass tomorrow. You know, a pan fry, nothing big. Just enough for one meal, you know, like maybe yay big. I don't want to catch a lunker, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see if I'll be able to fillet it with this bushcraft knife. This is a Fall Niven S1. I just got it. If you notice, I put a piece of red blaze on the end of it just so I don't lose it. It's the kind of thing you put these things down and you can't find them again. A year ago I bought myself a buck knife from Cabela's, maybe $100 some. It wasn't really a bushcrafting knife. I think it was made for like hunting, for skinning game and stuff like that. And I was, Saudi Arabia, I was batoning a piece of wood. And I hit a knot and a big chip came out of the knife. This thing is quite a bit thicker, quite a bit heavier. I haven't had to baton wood with it, but I'm sure it would work. I'm not sure if this is a knife that the Swedish Air Force, the pilots, have on them in their emergency kit. I know it's one of the Fall Niven. My clothes are Fall Raven. I've got Fall Raven trousers and Fall Raven jacket. And this is Fall Niven. I think Fall Niven means folding knives. So obviously they must have started just making pocket knives and stuff like that. My worry is getting this back to Saudi Arabia in my luggage. You're not really supposed to bring them in, but you can buy these things there. Just importing seems to be a problem. I'm going to have to put it inside something steel, like a pot or something like that, so it doesn't appear like a knife. I could hate to lose this. This was over $300. Canadian bucks. Which is what? 200 and some American maybe? This knife has a nice feel to it though. I could probably kill me a bar with this thing. Well, it's time for the taste test. I think I'm going to have to use my fingers. Oh, it's hot. That Montreal steak spice is nice. That was good. All I got left is a plate of bones. Here's a beaver. Now you can't get much of a shot of it. I don't know if that's the same guy or not. It's gone. For dessert, I got a couple of figs. I get these things fresh in Saudi Arabia. Cinnamon whiskey. Time to do some reading. Well, it's time to hang the bag bear. Bag bear? Bear bag. A bear's not getting that one. Too high.